your alternative news for Wednesday the 18th of December. Mariah Carey fans will no doubt be pleased that her single All I Want for Christmas Is You has finally reached #1 in the American charts. The song was originally released as an extended play and was not eligible for Billboard's Top 100 25 years ago. Your alternative weather reports that unless you are in Australia, it is very cold and very icy out there with a lot of snow on higher ground. Wrap up well, and we recommend dancing around like a loon to the tunes here on LJTV to keep warm. Spec.
Welcome one and all. It's the Christmas special, it's that time of year. We're getting festive, otherwise we'll have an album in focus for next week that will go past Christmas. So, we're getting all festive this very week. We should be sticking up the Christmas decorations as well. We'll get around to that at some point. But, welcome to episode 52. After 52 weeks, 52, I suppose you could figure out that it is a very special episode as well. So it's special for Christmas and it's special because we've got a year anniversary, a whole year's worth of shows behind us, or at least under the title of Online. Anyway, yeah, because we've got plenty of shows behind me. So what have we got in store? We've got an album in focus, which is a Christmas special. It is a Motown Christmas special, so we'll be telling you more about that. And as ever, the music of the album in focus sort of inspires the music choice elsewhere. So we'll be playing some more Motown and Northern Soul as well on the show. But it's a Christmas special, so we'll be playing some Christmas songs along the way. We'll be looking back at the charts of yesteryear. We've got some of the brand new music to be sharing with you. Of course we do. We'll be also looking back at the Remembering Retro game for this week, which will inspire tomorrow's show. On Thursday Throwback, we'll be playing that for the first hour. It's an absolute classic, and we may also be remembering it in music too, so stay tuned for that one in particular. That will be in about the third part of the show, so that's right near the end. I'm trying to get you to stay from start to the very end. We've also got brand new games that we want to highlight, one for each of the consoles and one for the PC as well. We're an inclusive channel, that's why I stream on 3 different platforms above my head here. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 52, very special. Yes, you are. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to start off with a song that I haven't selected yet, so you know what? I'm going to ramble a little bit and then we'll decide what the song's going to be. I think we might start off with a Christmas show with the Ramones. It's a good place to start. So, Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight. It's going to be a very alternative Christmas music set list that you'll find here on LJTV, and bless your heart for joining us. The Ramones, to get us started.
Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with you. I'll wear a Santa and a little sled and tell her why is it always this way.
It's a very Christmassy song, very festive in my opinion. There's the Ramones to get us started off on episode 52 of Online. Bless your hearts for joining me right here at the beginning. We've got plenty in store for you, plenty to keep you entertained in this festive season and for this very special episode. So we started off with Merry Christmas, in brackets, I Don't Want to Fight from the Ramones, and I think it's also a festive song because it sounds like he may be maybe sporting a little bit of a cold there, singing at the beginning. I don't want to fight with you. I don't know, it sounds like he's going to sneeze right at the end. I'm assuming it's a very loud sneeze to finish off, but we've had that bit edited off the song. Anyway, let's move way back before the Christmas novelty song ruled the charts. We're moving all the way back to... no, actually, we're moving somewhere else. I have something else keyed up instead. Let me get the right song loaded up, and we'll get back to 1964, which is where I wanted to go. This week of 1964 saw Georgie Fame enter the charts at number 26 with a song so good he named it twice. This song is called Yeah. Told you, it's that good, he named it twice. I'm just going to ramble ever so slightly whilst it loads up. But this was brand new into this week's chart of 1964. It probably isn't the peak position, but I will find out whilst it's playing. And I'll try to update you about where Yeah would also peak in our charts. We've got brand new music to follow this, and here is the first of the charts from yesteryear. We get there in the end.
Every evening, when all my days work are through, I call my baby and let's go watch her with you. I'm at some movies, but she don't seem to dig that. And then she asks me, why don't I come to her flat and have some supper and let the evening pass by? By digging records, besides a groovy high five. I say yeah, and that's what I say yeah. My baby loves me, she gets me feeling so fine. When she loves me, she makes me know that she's mine. And when she kisses, I feel the fire get hot. She never misses, she gives it all that she's got. And when she asks me if everything is okay, I got my answer. The only thing I can say, I say yeah. That's what I say yeah. We'll play a melody and turn the lights down low so the knock and see. We gotta do that, we gotta do that. We gotta do that, we gotta do that. And there'll be no one else alive in all the world except you and me. Yeah. Pretty baby, I never knew such a thrill. It's hard to tell you because I'm trembling still. But pretty baby, I want you all for my own. I think I'm ready to leave those others alone. No need to ask me if everything is okay. I got my answer. The only thing I can say, I say yeah. That's what I say yeah. That's what I say, yeah. And turn the lights down low so the knock and see. We gotta do that, we gotta do that, yeah. We gotta do that, we gotta do that. And there'll be no one else alive in all the world except you and me. Yeah. Pretty baby, I never knew such a thrill. It's hard to tell you because I'm trembling still. But pretty baby, I want you all for my own. I think I'm ready. Till it goes others alone. No need to ask me if everything is
Georgie.
okay. I got my answer. The only thing I can say, I say yeah.
But he says it twice.
I say yeah.
You make sure you heard it.
I say yeah.
I'm going to stop rapping at the end of this.
I say
Sort of rapping. Right, this is Georgie Fame, who was brand new into this week's chart of 1964, in at number 26. I believe, if my research is correct, he would peak out at number 21, which seems kind of strange. I'm not convinced, which is the reason why I go, if my research is right. So you may tell by what's going on around us, it is a festive special. We are Christmas specialed up, as well as also celebrating a whole year worth of shows. 52, episode 52, here we are. They are weekly, there you go. So we were talking about Yeah Yeah. Well, Yeah Yeah is not originally a Georgie Fame song, so it would have worked perfectly for We've Got You Covered, but Georgie Fame has had the biggest hit with it. There has been a Matt Bianco cover as well in the 80s, but even the Beatles have had a version that they have recorded of this track, but originally it was recorded by, and I'm probably going to mess up the last name, Mungo Sumatra? Santamaria. Sorry, there we are. Mungo Santa Maria was the first person to record that song. There you go. I thought that was an interesting fact. And it was 2 years prior to the Georgie Fame version being released. Here we are. We're moving forward to some brand new music now, or right up to date, and this artist here will be tweeted out about in just a moment. They are from Dublin, Ireland, and if you want to find more information about this artist, look out for this picture on the Twitter feed. So I'll put up the Twitter feed in just a moment. The name of this song is High in the Garden, and the name of the artist, I do apologise if I mess the name up. I'm not great at names, but then if you've watched me before, you already know that I'm dyslexic. But it is Sonsha Richardson, something like that, I think. Anyway, High in the Garden, and if you want to pronounce it yourself, then check out the Twitter feed as well. Here is brand new music for you on the first of the brand new music.
Hearts around my eyes and my pupils dilated. I could hear them singing your name from outside. Everybody loves you and we came to celebrate it. I was way above the clouds before the sun came up. I never get to see you, so I made sure I made it. What's the point of holding on to all that love? I think I know by now it's just wasted if you save it. Drive to your house from the beach and slip out in your purple sheets. Supposed to be for 2 weeks, but I think I wanna stay. Hold my hand and close your eyes. It's heaven here, just you and I. Underneath the silver sky, just trying to hit rage. Just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. I just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. Should've seen me with the glitter around my eyes. You were standing in the kitchen with a bottle of champagne. Everybody sleeping, oh, but we had tears from laughing. And I said I'm gonna call you by your middle name. Ever since the desert, they said you and I together is like dynamite left beside an open flame. Tomorrow you'll be driving back to Studio City, and I'll be staring out the window of my East Coast plane. Drive to your house from the beach and sleep out in your purple sheets. Supposed to be for 2 weeks, but I think I wanna stay. Hold my hand and close your eyes. It's heaven here, just you and I. Underneath the silver sky, just trying to hit reach. Just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. I just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. Forget about the real world. Where we going out tonight? Take me to the party, girl. Everything will be alright. Just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. With you by my side, with you by my side. Got a feeling everything will be alright. With you by my side, with you by my side. Oh, oh. Let's go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. I just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden. Forget about the real world. Where we going out tonight? Take me to the party, girl. Everything will be alright. I just wanna go back to the day in July in LA. We got high in the garden.
So, the first of the brand new music, and I believe I put an N in the middle of her name. It is Saoirse Richardson. I probably put an N in the middle there again, but anyway, That is the brand new artist. There's the picture we've tweeted out about her, and that would be her face that you could recognise her by if you saw her in the street. But the name of the song is High in the Garden. That might be a good place to look for her if you want to. Anyway, what else are we going to say? We've got... no, we've jumped to the wrong screen. That's the one I wanted to, and we can turn the new music first picture off. So, we've got a trailer to move to. This is going to be for the first game. We highlight, as per usual, the Xbox release first, because I'm an Xbox ambassador, and then we move to the PlayStation, and then we'll be talking about the Switch, and then we'll be moving on to finish up talking about the new games on the PC. But there is always a Remembering Retro. We try to remember where we've come to get to this gaming utopia. And also it inspires tomorrow's stream. We play for the first hour, we play the actual Remembering Retro, or something close enough to it anyway. We'll tell you more about that one later on. So along with this video that we're going to be seeing of the new game, or the first new game, we'll be listening to another very festive song from Jose Feliciano. So the first game I want to talk to you about, as I say, it is available on the Xbox. It was right here a second ago. Can't see it. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to try and take my time and find it, but because it seems that it would have disappeared. Slightly worried because I had the phone open in my pocket. Slightly worried that I just deleted it. It's okay. I did just delete it in my pocket with my arse. There you go. It's alright. I have found it on recently deleted. Believe it or not, it was in my pocket, opened, and that's where I found it. So, this is the first game that we will also be tweeting out about, and we'll be playing the trailer. I don't have the pictures in the computer, so we don't have the posters for them to show you at the moment, but we'll get there in the end. If you want to find out what the poster is that we're going to be advertising it with, then take a look on the Twitter feed. Hey, hello, bruv. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. I just managed to delete a note I was going to read with my arse whilst the phone was in my pocket. It was kind of weird. You just missed it, but thank you very much for joining us. It's the Christmas special. First game I want to talk to you about is Ancestors. It's available on the Xbox, but it may also be available on different platforms. The Humankind Odyssey. It's a open world third person survival game set a couple of years ago. Or to be a little bit more precise, set 10 million years ago. It has received a 7.3 rating from us, and we will be playing Jose Feliciano with Feliz Navidad over the trailer in just a moment. Wow, that was so freaky and weird. We're back in the room. 1, 2, 3, we're back in the room. And we'll be playing the trailer as well.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I
Thank you very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. 5 minutes in the door or anything like that is always appreciated. Still love all the same. Thank you very much, but I have a feeling people will be doing last-minute shopping and all sorts of things. It seems to be the theme of the day so far, so it's all good. It's all good. I really appreciate seeing your lovely name in chat. But when I was reading it, it was partly the misspelt part that you had in your message, and also my dyslexia that went, "You love my feces?" That's what I said in my brain. It was the dyslexic part of my brain. I thought it was particularly funny. Thank you so much for stopping by. And you're very, very welcome indeed. That's what the other thing I was going to say. You're very welcome indeed. Mix of love straight back to you, and all kinds of love too. So, we support all kinds of love on this channel. I may not partake in every different type of love, but I'm certainly in favour of them all. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever blows your hair back, whatever curls your toes. So we are moving on from Jose Feliciano with a Feliz Navidad. That is a very inclusive Christmas song, in my opinion. And we've just been talking about The Ancestors, which is the first game of note on today's show. That's the first one we're highlighting. It's available on the Xbox, but no doubt it will be available in other places too. So that's what the visuals you've got to see with it too. We're moving on to Lindsey Buckingham of, well, Buckingham and Nick's fame, but also from Fleetwood Mac. Lindsey Buckingham with his song Holiday Road, which was on the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, or was it just National Lampoon's Vacation? Either way, it was a very holiday-based song. It's good for this holiday season. Here is Lindsey Buckingham with Holiday Road. We'll be up to the album in focus in mere moments.
West Coast kid. Holiday road. Holiday road. Holiday road. Holiday road.
There I am. I always hear somewhere. Right, we're going to take a short break and then we'll be moving straight over to the album in focus. The album in focus comes from 1975 but has its roots elsewhere too. Stay tuned and I shall tell you more, as I won't be so cagey on the other side of the ad break. I'm not sure which ads we've got selected, and I do know we have to change them up at some point. We haven't changed them for a little while. Anyway, we should have had some nice Christmassy ads. Oh well, maybe in another 365 days or so, or maybe by next Friday.
Clifford is quite the bon vivant. Tonight he's entertaining an old flame. Luckily, strong-tasting Listerine antiseptic mouthwash kills the germs that can cause bad breath. And, a recent report shows, Listerine can also kill germs that form plaque.
Oh, Clifford.
Listerine antiseptic mouthwash.
Hello.
Strong enough to take your breath away.
Right. That's it.
If you want to keep in touch, Argus takes care of it.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. What have we got in store? We're going to move to the album in focus, which I'm currently trying to find the music to play behind. The bed to play behind us whilst we talk, and I should have done that. Basically, I was trying to write the tweet up at the same time, and you done caught me. I wasn't quite ready, and I'm still trying to catch up. So, you know, it's all about timing, isn't it? Fuck it, I can't find it. Are we going to leave it? How determined is LJ? He is very fucking determined. That's how determined he is. I certainly hope that you don't mind talking amongst yourselves whilst I eventually lose hope. But I will get there eventually. I will decide whether it's time to give up or not. And one more button. There we go. I'm going to give up now. Or I'm going to do the opposite. And actually just play the song. I got there in the end, and as the room is not filled, it's the wrong fucking song. It's only the mother-loving album in focus, son. There we go. We found the right song in the end. Right. As I say, the room isn't filled to. What did I say? Not filled to burst. It's okay. We're gonna take it nice and easy and find what we're looking for. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we'll get there. One of the other things I was going to turn around and say is that in the previous song, Holiday Road, by Lindsey Buckingham, we hear him say, "Jack be nimble, Jack be quick." Every time he says that in the song, it always makes me think of the stand-up routine from Andrew Dice Clay, who does versions of nursery rhymes. Naughty nursery rhymes is what he does. So his version of Jack be nimble, Jack be quick is, because he's from New York as well, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack burnt off his fucking dick. I think it's hilarious. Every time I hear that song, that's what pops through my head. Maybe it'll pop through your head now as well. Who knows? Not me, and not my fault either. We are going to move to the album in focus, and I want to tell you all about it. So I just need to find my notes, and then we can crack on. The album in focus was originally released in 1973. Shit, I wrote 1975 on the tweet. Anyway, fuck it. It is a 4.5 rated album from AllMusic, so they certainly back up our opinion of this as an album of note. Thank you very much for the host. Bless your heart, Viv. Very blessed to be on that ghost host. Thank you very much. We are also talking about the album in focus and telling you his name. The album in focus is called A Motown Christmas. It is, of course, an excellent Christmas album, but it was also inspired by the fact that in 1968 there was a Merry Christmas from Motown album released exclusively, where? In the UK! So, it was a bestseller, or a great selling album, compilation album, and it inspired them, maybe only a few years later, to release a proper international version, which is where we get to this version from. There are many excellent artists on here, many to talk about. We have Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson's, The Miracles, Temptations, Jackson 5. There are many excellent artists of Motown greats. And we are pointing out that we've got 2 songs on today's show from them. So we're going to be listening to The Supremes. That's going to be the first song that we want to share with you from this album, entitled A Motown Christmas. This song is called My Favourite Things, and it is a cover. It is a cover song. It's not all of the biggest Christmas songs are not originally by the artists on today's show, at least anyway. So this is The Supremes with My Favourite Things. One of my favourite versions.
Whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen
crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sled bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses and blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on your nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Then I don't feel so bad. Girls in white dresses, blue satin.
I just realised I didn't load up the next song. So I'm going to have a very tenuous link to this album in focus. My link is actually, my official link is actually going to be, that's a Christmas song, and so is this. There you go. It's going to be a nice and easy one. Fuck it, let's carry on. So that was My Favourite Things, a Rodgers and Hammerstein original from 1952 and The Sound of Music. Julie Andrews originally provides the most famous vocals to it. But that was The Supremes taken from the album in focus, which was originally released in 1973, but inspired by a 1968, I think it was, a release in the UK of a compilation of Christmas songs from Motown. So this is the Christmas Motown album in focus for this week. The connection, the official link to it, is going to be another Christmas song for you, and we'll be back to this album in the second hour of the show, but not the third and final part of the show. But we will be back to the album again on Friday as well. Just outlining a couple of things for you. An excellent song, an excellent cover, an excellent album, a very alternative Christmas song. And here is another alternative Christmas song. Here is The Night That Santa Went Crazy from Weird Al Yankovic.
Down in the workshop, all the elves were making toys for the good Gentile girls and the good Gentile boys. When the boss busted in, nearly scared him half to death. Had a rifle in his hands and cheap whiskey on his breath. From his beard to his boots, he was covered with ammo, like a big fat drunk, disgruntled Yuletide Rambo. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, "Merry Christmas to all, now you're all gonna die." The night Santa went crazy, the night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting the raw deal, something finally must have snapped in his brain. Well, the workshop is gone now, he decided to bomb it. Everywhere you'll find pieces of Cupid and Comet. And he tied up his helpers, and he held the elves hostage, and he ground up poor Rudolph into reindeer sausage. He got Dancer and Prancer with an old German Luger, and he slashed up Dasher just like Freddy Krueger. And he picked up a flamethrower, and he barbecued Blitzen, and he took a big bite and said it tastes just like chicken. The night Santa went crazy, the night Kris Kringle went nuts. Now you can't hardly walk around the North Pole used to be such a jolly guy.
So this is the point where I'm going to jump in. There's a little bit of a break between this and the next verse. But I don't know, maybe Santa lost his plot, because I was reading, or I heard about today, that apparently even Sainsbury's is going to be opened on Christmas Day. So does that mean it's Scrooge McSainsbury's Christmas Day? Did they not even consider about little Tiny Tim? You know, they should be throwing money out of the window saying, get the biggest turkey you can find. Oh wait a minute, the shop should be closed at Christmas. Anyway. So what you mean is that Scrooge isn't actually very much out of the loop of what everybody else is doing. So really, Dickinson is the one who's being out of order in the writing of A Christmas Carol. I don't know. Excuse me, I do have little bit of a cold, and I have got a little bit of the sniffles. But yeah, we were just talking about Sainsbury's being actually opened on Christmas Day. I suppose there would have had to be shops open on Christmas Day anyway. Boy, what are we up to? That was the night that the night that Santa went crazy, and that was roughly around about Christmas. Although he could have postponed it till summer, that would have probably been a better idea. Dickens is unlikely to have been going to the shops himself. Exactly, he would have thrown money from the window for a little street urchin to pick up, even if it went into the gutter. Anyway. We've got brand new music for you, and who is behind it? Well, it'll only be these two fellas right here. Let me get my notes, and I shall tell you all about them. They come from India. They come from. I've got to get the writing. It's written down here, so I've got to get it right to tell you all about them. Here is the new song, and the new song is called "Drum Machine." And we've heard from these fellas before. Let's jump over to the other desk. It seems a little bit imposing with them right behind me. Like, if I don't get it wrong, they're going to kill me with their X-ray eyes or something. So they are from Kolkata in India, and it is Pekra and Singh with Drum Machine. If you want to find out more about these wonderful artists who we have played in the past before, then seek out this picture, because that'll be the one I'll be tweeting out on my Twitter feed. The link is below. We've got a huge shout out for Sven. We say, wonderful to see your name. Thank you very much for joining us. Loving the Christmas tree. Well, we've got a whole Christmas show vibe going on. It's a special show. It is episode 52, so it's a whole year of online episodes in the bank now. So yeah, it's been quite a special. It is a pleasure to see your name. Thank you very much, sir. And just in time for some brand new music. Here is Drum Machine from Pekra and Singh. Pekra and Singh, I think is how you say their names.
So complicated the way that we talk all night. Then you hang up the phone when things don't seem right. Overly outdated the way you never stay the night. Wanna keep me, but you like the fight. All this time I've waited, trying to tell wrong from right. Keeping my composure, waiting for the green light. Well, I just wanna know your number, baby. I just wanna know where you live. I wanna cut straight to the answer before I even know what the question is. Take my heart and place it inside a box for me. Kick drum in the basement, perfect clarity. All my love is wasted inside a drum machine. Inside the grid and the grid in me, I just keep on racing, just wanna know your number, baby. I just wanna know where you live. I wanna call straight till I answer before I even.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the embers as well. Yes, it's all been changed. I do wonder if there is a picture that tells you could buy a game. There was a new thing that I've been trying to add to the list as well. It's been such an up and down year. So it's wonderful to have finally made it through to the other end. And thank you so much for all of your involvement, your sparks, your embers, even seeing your name in chat. That is the real gift to me, because in my opinion, you coming back is what really validates what it is I do here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It's a pleasure. We've just been listening to brand new music. Let me show you their faces one more time so that you may seek them out a little bit easier. No, wrong button to press. It's okay. That's the one I'm looking for. So here we are. That is Petkra and Sing. I don't know which one's which. They remind me a little bit of Sparks. Remember the guy who used to sound at the piano, and the other one who used to do all the singing? Reminds me of those two guys, that duo, mainly just because they wore suits as well. But that is the brand new music. If you want to find out more about those two fellas, then make your way to the Twitter feed where there is more information to be had. We are going to move to a trailer to talk to you about. This is another brand new game, and it will be the PlayStation release for now. So we'll be playing the trailer along with a Monty Python themed, a Christmas themed song as well. So the next game we're talking to you about. Oh, I did not tweet out about the last game. I'm just gonna tweet. Ignore that. Yeah, that's done. Yep. Thank you very, very much, and thank you for your sparks. Bless your heart. I have missed the GIF. I do apologise, and I can't replay them. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So one more game we wanted to talk to you. The next game we wanted to talk to you about has a connection to Avicii. So it's Avicii in Vector. So play along to 25 of Avicii's hits in a competitive gameplay. So that's the premise of this next game that we'll be playing the trailer for, along with Christmas in Heaven from Monty Python. So there we are. That's what you can expect. Let me get rid of that and play this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a real honorable experience to be here this evening. A very wonderful and warm and emotional moment for all of us. And I'd like to sing a song for all of you. It's Christmas in heaven, all the children sing. It's Christmas in heaven, hark, hark, those church bells ring. It's Christmas in heaven, the snow falls from the sky. But it's nice and warm and everyone looks smart and wears a tie. It's Christmas in heaven, there's great films on TV. The Sound of Music, Twice an Hour, and Jaws 1, 2, and 3. There's gifts for all the family, there's toiletries and trains. There's Sony Walkman, headphone sets, and the latest video games. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray.
An excellent song from the Monty Python Boys, and it is Graham Chapman who provides the vocals of that. Yes, he does his very excellent presenter voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of voice. He does an excellent vocals on that track, in my opinion. A brilliant song, Christmas in Heaven, from the Monty Python soundtrack. From a Monty Python album. Let's just say it that way. I'm not sure which one it was. We've got more Christmas music up in store on today's show. Surprise, surprise, it's a Christmas special and all that. And we're also celebrating anniversary. Oh, so we've done a full year's worth of shows for online, which I am chuffed for. So this is episode 52. There has been many other shows in the past, but this is one of the first times I've actually enjoyed the anniversary bang on when the anniversary is, because didn't really keep track of it before. So yeah, just been changing things ever so slightly. We've got more brand new music to be sharing with you. We've got more games to talk to you about. I'll be tweeting out about the one we just saw a moment ago, which is also available on the PlayStation. So it could be available on other platforms too. So if you just hear me say PlayStation, don't dash your hopes straight away, because it more than likely is available on different platforms too. So that was the new one with Avicii. Avicii Invector or something like that. Seek out more information, as I'm usually quite vague. We are going to move over to Real Big Fish, and that is whatever you celebrate. So another Christmas song is coming up in just a moment. We're going to be finishing off this first hour and getting straight back into it in a moment. Thank you so much, you lovely, lovely people, for joining me for what is already another successful show. Here is Real Big Fish. Really big. I mean, you won't believe how big. I have added that bit at the end myself.
Whatever you celebrate, this one's for you. Whatever holiday you're into, well, that's up to you. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it's awesome for you. And I just wanna say, have a happy holiday. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I hope you have an unforgettable Kwanzaa. Happy New Year, I hope it's the best one yet. I do. Whatever you celebrate, this one's for you. Whatever holiday you're into, that's totally cool. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it's awesome for you. Yes, I do. I just wanna say, have a happy holiday. So happy Bodhi Day, Hogmanay, Las Posadas, Winter Solstice, St. Lucia Day, Eid al-Adha, Junkaroo, Mardi Gras, Boxing Day, and Diwali. Whatever you celebrate, this one's for you. Whatever holiday you're into, no matter what you do. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it's awesome for you. Yes, I do. And I just want to say, have a happy holiday. So if it's winter time or summer for you, just have a good time when you do what you do. It's that time of year. Let's have some fun. Happy holidays, no matter which one. Have a good time all the time. Have a good time all the time. Happy holidays all the time. Let's have a good time all the time. Let's happy holidays all the time. Let's happy holidays all the time. Whatever you celebrate, this one's for you. Whatever holiday you're into, well, that's up to you.
Yeah, Embers is something you don't earn. You have to buy those ones, unfortunately. But I do appreciate all of your involvement, and it's okay. You will get some sparks back. Just patience, my friend. But it is an absolute pleasure to see that you're a little bit upset that you can't get to use the stickers. I think that's brilliant. Sorry, took a little bit of too much enjoyment out of that. So that was whatever you celebrate, exactly whatever you celebrate. If you're having a happy Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, a happy Hogmanay, whatever it is you're celebrating, we are celebrating with you, or at least trying to encourage you to make the most of whatever it is that you've got in store. We are going to finish off this first hour of the show with the King. We're going to hear from the King, not one of the 3 kings that were present at a particularly famous birth, but the King himself. So here is Elvis Presley finishing off the first hour of the show with Santa, Bring My Baby Back to Me, as we try to encourage you to stay put and come back to us after the news and weather at the top of the hour. So thank you very much for joining us, and you lovely, lovely people, stay put. We'll be back in just a moment. Logo changing, because we love you just the way we are. Just the way we are, just the way you are, just the way everyone is. We love you, don't change. That was my main point.
I don't need a lot of presents to make my Christmas bright. I just need my baby's arms wound around me tight. Oh, Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Santa, bring my baby back to me. The Christmas tree is ready, the candles all aglow, but with my baby far away, the good is a mistletoe. Oh, Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Please make these reindeer hurry. Well, the time is drawing near. It sure won't seem like Christmas unless my baby's here. Oh, fill my sock with candy, an old bright and shiny toy. You wanna make me happy and fill my heart with joy. Then Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Please make this reindeer hurry. Well, the time is drawing near. It sure won't seem like Christmas unless my baby's here. Oh, but don't you fill my sock with candy, an old bright and shiny toy. You wanna make me happy and fill my heart with joy. Then Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Santa, bring my baby back to me. Santa, bring my baby back. Then Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring my baby back to me.
Alternative news for Wednesday the 18th of December. Mariah Carey fans will be no doubt be pleased that her single All I Want for Christmas Is You has finally reached number 1 in the American charts. The song was originally released as an extended play and was not eligible for Billboard's Top 100 25 years ago. Your alternative weather reports that unless you are in Australia, it is very cold and very icy out there with a lot of snow on higher ground. Wrap up well, and we recommend dancing around like a loon to the tunes here on LJTV to keep warm.
I'm here, no worries. Just wanted to give you the shakes, the quakes, the sweeps, the beeps, and the pleeps, or whatever it is. Can't remember. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I'm behind the Christmas tree, having a good look at the presents. I don't see anything with your name on it. You're okay, don't worry. What we got in store? We are back for part 2 of the show. We are in a good mood. It is a Christmas special. It is an anniversary special too, but let's not go on too much about that. Thank you very much for joining me. It is a good show that we've got in store for you. We've been talking about, or they were talking about on the news. This was one thing you could never do on the radio. Next time you're listening to the radio, you may notice there will be some DJs who will do this, but some DJs who will never be able to get away with it. You're not allowed to speak about the news stories that they were just talking about in the news. That's what one of the cardinal sins is. So here I am breaking them. So in the news story on the news, it was talking about Mariah Carey. With that inspiration, we're actually going to start with a song from Mariah Carey. Or at least a song that they were talking about that was originally recorded by Mariah Carey, but not her version. So do not fret quite yet. We also have the album in focus to return to, which is a Motown Christmas. So we'll be telling you about that excellent album and playing another song from it. And up next, the artist we'll be hearing from that album will be Little Steveland Jenkins, or Stevie Wonder, as I always like pointing out his real name. So there is that to look forward to, more brand new music, more games to talk to you about, more things than I can remember, and more than you could shake a stick at. No shaking of sticks around here. All I want for Christmas is you. Bowling for soup.
Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. I won't ask for much this Christmas.
See, all are welcome at mine for Christmas specials. And more the merrier for the Christmas specials. So thank you so much for joining me. It really does make the difference. Thank you so much. Bless your heart. All I want for Christmas is you. Thank you very much for providing all I wanted.
Magic waiting clicks, 'cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Ooh, baby.
And catching up with the other things in chat, I was going to say that this show will be available for the next 14 days, so you could actually watch it whilst wrapping your presents at any given point between now and Christmas, if you wish to. We've got that as an option. And bless your heart, thank you very much for the host, Weebor. Bless your heart, it is a pleasure to see your name in chat, and I feel privileged to be hosted by your good name, sir. Well, I intend to not drag it through the mud. Thank you too. Bless your heart. Thank you so much. We're just finishing off on All I Want for Christmas from Bowling for Soup, as it is a big news story. We have some games to talk to you about in a second. As a matter of fact, we're going to definitely have that game separated from the charts. I was going to play it at the same time as this next track from the charts. I'm tempted. Shall I tell you what the next track is, and I'll let you lovely people decide for me? The next track is from the charts of yesteryear, and it is also a Christmas novelty song from the charts of yesteryear. Let's move over to the desk so I don't feel like I'm hiding behind the tree too much. Maybe that one. Still behind the tree, but just maybe not too much. So we move back to the charts of 1974. Sorry, where are we? 1974. Where in at number 21 was the Wombles. Oh my God, it's Wombles! Yes, the Wombles were in this week's chart of 1974 at number 21 with Wombling Merry Christmas. It's a great song. You see, this is what kids TV channel programs are missing nowadays. They need to branch out into the world or the realms of rock. So we're going to be playing Wombling Merry Christmas in just a moment, and we could play a trailer for a game with it. You may decide. No, wonderful amigo. Oh no, hold on. Wash your mouth out. Say that again. Oh, sorry, I missed something. I've certainly missed something. Would you like a trailer with that as well? That's what I'm asking. Or are we moving on? Trailer with it as well? Okay, so I'll hit you up with a trailer once we're playing the song, and I'll tell you all about this next game in just a moment. Certainly before we'll play the brand new music for you. Here is the Wombles.
Open your eyes, look to the skies when you're lonely. There will be stars shining for you. Sleepers awake, it's getting late. Snow is falling. The whole wide world is wobbling too. All day long we will be wobbling in the snow. We wish you a wobbling Merry Christmas. All day long we will be laughing as we go. We wish you a wobbling Merry Christmas. Under the ground, there is the sound of a symphony. The lights are low, the fire is bright. Wandering through, I'll tune into you, you tune into me. We'll send a message into the night. All day long we will be wobbling in the snow. We wish you a wobbling Merry Christmas. All day long we will be laughing as we go. We wish you a wobbling Merry Christmas. All day long we will be wobbling in the snow.
They will be wombling in the snow, so spare a thought for those who are wombling in the snow this Christmas. That was the Wombles with Wombling Merry Christmas. It was brand new into this week's chart of many moons ago. As many as 1974, this very week they would creep into the chart at number 21. We have brand new music lined up for you next. The next band is from Bath. That is the picture that will be tweeted out with them. Let me show you the giant version so it might be easier to find. So their name is Bad Sounds and the name of the song is Sympathetic Vibrations. But before we get too far away from the trailer, just in case you think I've forgotten, we've also played a trailer of Jamestown. Jamestown would be the game that we are highlighting for the Switch, but remember they could be available on different platforms too, and it has already been tweeted out about. So if you want to find out more about this neoclassical top-down shooter that is set in the 17th century, then by all means, feel free. I'm usually quite vague about these things, but it could be a perfect Christmas gift for you or your loved ones. Seek out more information. That's all I'm encouraging to do so. So here is this rabble with this song. So we're going to piece these things together. If you're enjoying it, then find out more about them. That's all I'm suggesting. Things get better when we share them together. Here is Sympathetic Vibrations. Bad Sounds. So this is the third instalment of the brand new music. I'm going to turn it down ever so slightly. And we're going to jump back over to the desk in just a moment. But this is the third instalment of the brand new music. It's called Sympathetic Vibrations. It is from a band whose name is Bad Sounds. Over to the desk we go. There is a picture of them there, which is the same picture we have tweeted out with information for you to find a direct link to their Twitter feed, which I would suggest would be one of the first and best ports of call in order to find out information about any of the new things we talk about on today's show. We'll also be tweeting out other things too. So you'll have to make your way along there to find out all about it. Maybe helping you along the way would be a good idea to do so now. So there is the Twitter handle. There it is being procced in the chat as well. So if you want to jump along there, you can also find it in the panel below where you can click right at the end of the show instead, rather than doing it halfway through. We've got Pilot coming up next, but what I wanted to point out, I need to jump over to the other screen to do so. So bear with me a second. That one and desk. There we go. So this fella here... And this fella here over the back, and this fella here with the white shirt over his left shoulder, I believe these two are brothers. They had very different musical tastes, but I believe that they were brothers, and that's where the family connection is in the band. I may be completely wrong, but you can find out more information, or maybe not. I don't know. Feel free to do whichever. Right, that's the new music, or at least almost the last new music for today's show. We've got one more brand new song to be sharing with you. Let's turn off the Twitter thing there, and we say, bless your heart, thank you very much for the host, Insomnobot. We are chuffed to see your name in chat, and let's do a shout out for you in just a moment. I've also tried to tweak this shout out for you recently, so hopefully there will be a little bit more information in there too. There we go, that's what I'm looking to rock in there. So yes, get along and follow VTech as well as Insomnobot. Both will help you if you are a streamer. Believe me, and thank him for it. So we are on with the show. Up next, I was promising you some Pilot. Well, this is a song of theirs that they've covered themselves because it's called It's Christmas by Pilot. Have a listen. It's not quite right.
Gifts on Christmas morning, everyone out of bed to greet the day ahead. Happiness and joy in Christmas morning light. Ho, 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 it's Christmas, you know. Better believe we got snow. It's Christmas, you know. Waiting till the day break, leaning on my pillow in the morning. Everyone out of bed to greet the day ahead. Happiness and joy in Christmas morning light. Ho, 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 it's Christmas, you know. Better believe we got snow.
Yeah, it's so wrong, isn't it? So the original Pilot song that we would that they are referencing here is "It's Magic," not "It's Christmas." Just in case you're not quite going, what is wrong about this? Yeah, it's not magic, it's Christmas. That's the version that they wrote, or they covered of their own song, tried to cash in on the festivities. Maybe they were kicking themselves that they called it magic and they should have called it Christmas. But I think it's a hilarious version, and by the original artists as well. A brilliant collection of things there. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 52 of Online. So we're celebrating Christmas as well as an anniversary, a very particular anniversary, a whole year's worth of shows under the belt, under the title of Online. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me indeed. And what else have we got in store? Well, our album in focus is a Christmas Motown from 1973, although I may have tweeted out slightly different. But from 1973, that is the album we are talking about. It's a compilation album and an excellent Christmas album, an alternative Christmas album that I would highly suggest you add to your collection if it's not already there. So to get back into that mood, we're going to be hearing from Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings once again, because actually Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings are the ones who provided the instrumental at the top of the show, or the top of the hours of the show, I should say. We've heard it twice already. So this is the other band. This is the rest the band doing something else. This song is called There Ain't No Chimneys in the Projects.
When I was a child, I used to wonder how Santa put my toys under the tree. I said, Mama, can you tell me how this can be when there ain't no chimneys in the project? Not in the ghetto, not in the project. Ain't no chimneys in the project.
I don't think there's a hell of a lot I can do. We're at the mercy of the computer.
Santa Claus does magic things. As soon as you're asleep, a chimney will appear, and in the morning you will see all he brings. Don't you worry that there ain't no chimneys in the project. Ain't no chimneys in the ghetto, not in the project. Ain't no chimneys in the project. No. Now I'm all grown and I see it wasn't Santa who got that magic down. Mama, now I know you are the one. There ain't no chimney. No. In the project. Not in the ghetto. Ain't no chimneys in the project. Mama was the one.
I am here, just I haven't loaded up the next song, and I was trying to get it all sorted so it would be perfect for you. But you know what? Everything isn't going to run perfectly on every show. Certainly not on a special. Anyway, right, we've got another novelty song between us and the album in focus. This one is an excellent novelty song in my opinion. It is Star Wars based. So before we move on from that, I want to point out that if you are looking for a Discord, then you can't go far wrong by joining these wonderful people. So that would be the Stream Troopers, and it should hopefully proc something in chat as well. So if you want to find your way along there too, then that would be an excellent Discord for you. I am currently working on my own Discord, and that is a Discord that I'm certainly proud to promote. So that would be the Stream Troopers, but watch this space. We'll be opening the doors to my own Discord soon, as I closed all the doors very, very recently, just not so long ago. I've closed all the doors and I'm looking to restart once again. So I'm rambling ever so slightly, but whilst I'm doing so, the song is loading up. We've got a giveaway happening on the channel. We are giving away a game, a independent type game, as well as an album in focus, or one of the albums in focus from a short list of albums in focus from the last year's worth of albums in focus. How many times did I say that? Lost count. So we've got that coming up to look forward to. We've also got to announce what the targets are, so I do apologise for that. I haven't done so yet. I think what we're looking at is probably about maybe 500 followers on Mixers, and the 100 followers that we're looking for on YouTube, and maybe another one, maybe 200 on Twitch or something like that. I need to pull out some figures up out of my arse so that we will finally be giving it away. But talking about giving things away, what do you give to a Wookiee when he already owns a comb? Here is the same dilemma, but provided to music instead.
Let me see. We have a scarf for Skywalker, right? Yes. And perfume for the princess? Yes. What about Han Solo?
Couldn't we get him earmuffs?
That leaves one big problem.
The Wookiee.
Couldn't we get him a comb?
We gave him a comb last year.
What can you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns
Thank you so much. Bless your heart.
When he already owns a comb, it's really a problem. What can you get a wood for Christmas when he already owns a comb? What can you get in a hurry for a furry kind of friend like that to take home? No, he'll never wear galoshes
Or a hat upon his furry dome.
So, what can you get a wood for Christmas when he already owns a comb? Let's give him love and understanding. Goodwill to men. Wrap it all up in bright colored ribbon and we give it to him all over again. That's what you get a wood for Christmas when he already owns a comb.
Wrong button came back.
Let's give him love and understanding. Goodwill to men. We wrap it all up in bright colored ribbon and we give it to him all over again. Love and understanding. Goodwill to men. Wrap it all up in bright colored ribbon and we give it to him all over again. He doesn't need a tight clip, and he doesn't use shaving foam. So that's what you get a wood for Christmas when he already owns a comb. That's what you get a wood for Christmas when he already owns a comb.
So, that's what you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a comb. Now we know. But that is apparently featuring Meko, R2D2, and, of course, Anthony Daniels. I think he's the one providing Chewie's voice, isn't he? That was a very strange Christmas song. It is a very strange Christmas album indeed. So there is many more to choose from. We are moving to our Christmas album for this week. This is the album we want to represent for this week, and I need to have the album in focus music. Where are we? There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. And I do want to say, yes, I will be continuing to bless you because you are a blessing in disguise, even if you're trying to disguise it yourself. You're the only one you're fooling is yourself, sir. You are an absolute blessing, and I am chuffed to know you and call you my friend. Thank you. So what have we got in store? It's the album in focus. The album in focus comes from 1973. It is a Motown album. It's a Motown Christmas. That's the name of the album. It was inspired by the exclusive 1968 compilation album released in the UK, which was entitled Merry Christmas from Motown. It wasn't available in the States, but a few years later they would release this one. This one is much more highly produced than the previous one. But it was inspiration from that original compilation for Christmas. A great album that features many excellent artists of Motown, and we were talking about them in the first hour. So we were saying Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Temptations, the Jackson 5 is what I should say. They were all on this Christmas album, as well as this next artist. This next artist is actually going to be doing an opera song, very Christmassy opera song, but halfway through, little Stephen Jenkins, better known as Stevie Wonder, will be playing the harmonica. So, this is taken from our album in focus for this week, a Motown Christmas from 1973, Stevie Wonder playing Ave Maria.
Ave Benedictus tu in mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesu. Ave Maria. Benedicta tu in mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesu. Ave Maria.
Truly an absolutely excellent version of Ave Maria. In my opinion, my good advice to Maria would be don't have it, love, just leave it out. It's not worth it. Leave it out! He's not worth it, Maria. Not have it, Maria. Anyway, I couldn't help myself. Had to make that joke. It's a silly joke, but of course, I will be back to that album again by Friday at some point. During that show, we will be playing another song from that excellent compilation album for Christmas. We are moving forward to another song, another funky song. We're going to have a hot chocolate song that is a Christmas song as well. After that, we will be moving to another brand new song for you as well. The last of the brand new music on today's show. We've also got a fascinating fact to be sharing with you too. There is still plenty to come on today's show. So up next is Brand New Christmas from Hot Chocolate.
Say they're happy with the world today? Who can say they're not affected in any way by the wars and hunger that we see? I turn my eyes away from my TV. I can't stand it, I don't want to see little children dying from poverty. Don't want to hear it, I can't stand the sound of people shooting people down.
Yes, we need some
can say we don't need help in any way? Who can show me someone who's strong enough today to take the gun out of the fighting hand, to take a little away from the greedy man? Everybody wants to live in peace. Everybody wants hunger to cease. Still nobody we can find. To get it together, Lord, it's time.
We need somebody to lead us. We need another Jesus. Jesus, yes, we need somebody to lead us. We need a brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas right away.
Need somebody to lead us. Need somebody to lead us. Need another Jesus. Need a brand new Christmas. Yes, we need somebody to lead us. Need somebody to lead us. Need another Jesus. Need a brand new Christmas.
Need somebody to lead us. We need another Jesus. Jesus, yes, we need somebody to lead us. We need a brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas, brand new Christmas right away.
So that was Brand New Christmas from Hot Chocolate, a excellent Christmas song in my opinion. It's so funky, it doesn't seem like it's Christmas. No bells in the background. That's what I was going to say. No bells in the background. So we've got some brand new music for you lined up next, but before we go too far and point out who that is on that screen over there, I need to point out that we were just talking about, or we were just playing the trailer of The Sims. It's the brand new extra DLC component for The Sims. We are highlighting it this week for release on the PC, but it is no doubt going to be available for all the other places that The Sims is already available. Yes, that's what happened. I deleted it earlier on, so it's still in recent deleted. So there we are. So this is The Sims Discover University. Well, your usual sim game in a university setting, basically. That's exactly what it says here. 7.9 is our rating on that, but Jamestown was the highest rated game for this week, so the one previously, the top-down retro vibe from the previous game. But that last game was The Sims, the new DLC, and it's been going to be tweeted out about in just a moment. Find more information. This next band, they are called Villagers. They are from Dublin, Ireland. The next song, their new song that we're about to share with you, or the last of the new music on today's show, which will be another way to describe it, is called Did You Know? It's by the Villagers. As I say, this is the picture that will accompany their tweet. To get a closer look at it, we'll display it behind us here, and if you want to find out more information, then make your way to the Twitter feed. I will be putting up the link in just a moment. Did you know?
Did you know that I lost my way when I thought I'd finally found it? When I caught a glimpse of something inside, now there's no way around it. And did I know? Well, of course I did. But to know is not to feel, and I feel it now like never before. Christ, it's all too real. And did you know that I shake inside when I walk out of the front door? When I call a friend or even your name, must be is trying to get in, but he won't know how to take it. And so in place of a sense of worth, he's attached a kind of game. And if we play along, he'll promise to smile. He just needs to be retrained. He just needs to be retrained. We just need to be retrained.
Retraining is better than restraining, at the very least. That is brand new music, the last of the brand new music. It was from these fellas right here, who are also from Dublin, and their name is Villagers. We've tweeted out about them with their official Twitter handle, so you should be able to find them fairly easily. I know it's getting later in the hour, and yes, Vitek is probably setting up, so I don't know if we might be able to ask him a question, but I was hoping to ask Vitek, if you're still there, do you have a Mixer stream team available? As I've started up my own stream team on Mixer, and I would certainly like to invite you to be a member. You would be very, very welcomed indeed, but it's okay if you don't have one available. I know you can only use 3 slots available to make to choose a stream team, so if you are available, you would be very welcome indeed. We're going to move on with the show whilst we hope and pray that that Vitek heard me. But we're going to move on to a song from Michael Kinawaku, and from him we've got plenty more still to come. There is a fascinating fact, also a Remembering Retro. The Remembering Retro is vitally important to the week of shows, because on tomorrow's show we'll be playing the retro game for the first hour, so we definitely need to get around to it. Otherwise I'll be sitting around the first hour of the show going, I really should have said something about that game, shouldn't I? Anyway, here is You Ain't the Problem, Michael Kinawaku. Kinawaka? I don't know. You can argue about it. I'm going to disappear.
What makes you blind? I hope to find who I believe in. Get back in line, I can't deny myself. Show me the feeling. Oh, you got me wrong. If you don't belong, live in the trouble. Don't hesitate. Time heals the pain. You ain't the problem. I live the lie, love is the crime. It's you I believe in. No need to blame myself, no need to die. I'm only human. I'm done, you got to put me on. I know when you come along. Don't hesitate. Time heals the pain. You ain't the problem.
Such an excellent artist, isn't he? He's got such a warm heart, or at least it comes across in his lyrics. Michael Kinawaku with You Ain't the Problem.
live the dream, I hope to be who I believe in. I used to hate myself, you got the key, break out the prison. Oh, I hope to never see time passing. Don't hesitate. Time heals the pain. You ain't the problem.
Yes, I'm very impressed by Michael Kinuaku's writing ability and also his ability to make me go, what an excellent song, almost every time. So brilliant albums from him. I do believe he will be an artist behind the album in focus at some point. Not next week though, I can tell you that much. I can guarantee that much. It is a Christmas special. We're wrapping up, all puns intended. We're Christmas wrapping up the second hour of today's show, but we will have a third and final segment of the show. Maybe it will be an hour long, but it is an undetermined amount of time. We will get through all of the features in the final segment of the show. So it will be something to savour. Do stick around, as we will have the news and weather at the top of the hour, but I've got a couple more songs to get us there first. So I'm not finishing the hour early or anything like that. Normally, I'm finishing the hour late. So An Excellent Artist, You Ain't the Problem, was the name of the song from Michael Kinuaka. We are moving to Bing Crosby. Nice and easy name to say in comparison then. Bing Crosby, nice and easy. And the Andrews Sisters with a song that isn't so easy to say. So I'd like to make sure I'm always keeping myself on my toes. So the name of this song is Melakalikimaka. Melakalikimaka is Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. So here is that song. And did you know, I've got an interesting fact, not a fascinating fact, an interesting fact about the Hawaiian pizza. I'll tell you about that after we've heard Melakalikimaka, the Andrews Sisters, featuring Bing. Yeah, he's a featured artist.
Melakalikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melakalikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Melikalikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Bless your heart, I bless you once again. Thank you so much for everything and for all of your involvement. You really do put a smile on my face. It is a pleasure to see your name in chat. Thank you so much. I will tell you my interest in Hawaiian pizza fact if you wanted to know about it. The Hawaiian pizza with the ham and pineapple on the top of it, that some people think is the devil and some people don't. Well, that was invented by a Canadian man, nowhere near Hawaii. Just thought it was an interesting fact. We've got fascinating facts coming up later. Thank you so much.
Melikalikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright.
The sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas.
A very Merry Christmas.
A very, very Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
There I am. I had to push the button. I swear I did. Yes, thank you very much, and have an excellent stream, sir. I will try and jump over and see you on GTA very shortly. So appreciative of all your time and effort with me. Bless you. Again, as much as you appreciate it, I know. So what have we got in store? A couple more songs whilst we finish off this second hour of the show. There's still a couple more features left to get through, so that will be happening in the third and final tiny morsel. I can't even say it. The tiny segment left of the show. That's what I'm trying to say. It may be big, it may be small, but you're going to have to find out after the hour at the top. The news at the top of the hour. Sorry, I'm a little bit thrown a bit. Right. Frosty the Snowman is an absolutely classic Christmas song, but this is the version by Jan and Dean to finish off this second hour of the show. I've got to ramble ever so slightly because it's not 4 minutes long. It's just over 2 minutes long. So, in the third and final part, we will be talking to you about a fascinating fact that I will also post up online if you want to share. Feel free to do so. There is many ways to get involved with the show. There is also, at the moment, that we are running our own giveaway. So I believe my targets are still not quite 100% set, but I was thinking about having it set at maybe 500 followers on Mixer and the 100 followers that I require to get a custom URL on the YouTube channel. And on the Twitch channel, let's say we all match what we've got here, so meeting it up to 200. So once those targets have all been met, we will give the giveaway. But what you'll need to be is a member of the Mixer channel and of the Twitch channel, as well as the YouTube channel, because that will boost all of those things very quickly upwards, and we'll be giving away an album in focus, one of the selected albums in focus, gifted through the iTunes store, so you'll require an iTunes ID, and also we'll be giving away an independent game via the Xbox store, so again, you'll be requiring an Apple ID. Here is Frosty the Snowman.
Dip, dip, dingity, ding, ding. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to twist around and around and around. Whoa, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could do the mash just the same as you and me. Ba 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 dip dip dingity ding ding ding. Before I melt away, down to the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, "Catch me if you can." He led them down the streets of town right to that traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard them holler, "Stop!" Dip, dip, dingity, ding, ding. Whatever happened to my abominable snowman fist?
alternative news for Wednesday the 18th of December. Mariah Carey fans will no doubt be pleased that her single All I Want for Christmas Is You has finally reached number 1 in the American charts. The song was originally released as an extended play and was not eligible for Billboard's Top 100 25 years ago. Your alternative weather reports that unless you are in Australia, it is very cold and very icy out there with a lot of snow on higher ground. Wrap up well, and we recommend dancing around like a loon to the tunes here on LJTV to keep warm.
Okay, I'll stop messing around with it now. Yep, that was me. And that was as well. Right, what have we got in store? We've just heard the last time from the news and weather. If that weather seemed a bit shite and you want to know more of their localised weather, there is ways to do so. So if you type in the chat, there is many ways for you to utilise that ability. That will be via !forecast, the city, and then the international code of where you are as well. I think that's what you need to do. But, you know, I'll leave you to try and find that in the chat if you want to do so. I love the fact that you put bar bar dip dip, but the very next part is the part I like that they go. They go bar bar dip dip, ding dong. That's the part that always makes me laugh. So we're into the third and final part of the show. This is episode 52 of Online. I am your host LJ, hence the reason why I'm on LJTV. Otherwise I would be in the wrong place or my name would be something different. So we've got the very last bit to get through, so fascinating facts to be sharing with you, excellent music if I do say so myself, and continuing to celebrate this anniversary of a year's worth of shows, as well as celebrating excellent, you found it there perfectly, well done, as well as celebrating Christmas. So we've got lots of Christmas songs to keep you entertained. It's an alternative Christmas show. This may be perfect for you to watch back on Christmas if you wanted a different vibe of Christmas songs. We're going to start off this third and final part of the show with a song called Christmas Tree on Fire. It is from Holly Golightly? Holly Golightly. So that's how we're going to start off the third and final part of the show. Thank you very much for joining me. We've got plenty to get through. Let's get started again.
The Christmas tree's on fire, it's burning down the house. Flames are getting higher and I'm trying to put it out. I'm beating it back with a tube sock and a cushion off the couch. The Christmas tree's on fire and it's burning down the house. Valentine's Day, my boyfriend's out of town, but he told me before he went last month, he said make sure you
What a cheery, happy song that one is. Perfect for Christmas. Perfect for a black Christmas, for a bar humbug kind of Christmas. We are moving on with the show, as moving backwards can only be done when you are watching this on a repeat. I can't do it live. So, you can't do it live. Anyway, I couldn't help myself. We are moving back to the charts of yesteryear, and we are going to be listening to a Christmas song from Wham! Can you guess what it's going to be? No, you're wrong. I can tell you straight away, you're definitely wrong. Right, back this week of 1984 saw Wham! With an exclamation mark because it is that heavy. Yeah, it's Wham! Right, Wham! Basically George Michael's group joined the charts this very week of 1984 with Last Christmas, but it was a double A-side with this song. I'm back with you. This is Everything She Wants. And I can certainly say thank you so much, Emily, for the embers, and I'm glad to hear that that was something that you wanted. Everything She Wants. There you go. Had to play the pun. Every pun intended. I just need to sneak behind the Christmas tree there to find the book of the charts, or my Bible, the handwritten Bible. All about when that was in the charts, basically. So this very week, it was brand new into the number 2 slot for Wham! Although that sounds a lot dirtier than it actually is. Wham! Straight in the number 2 slot. Can't sit down for a week. So, Last Christmas was the double A side, alongside Everything She Wants. You will probably hear Last Christmas being played to death over the next, well, however long already it's been. But in almost every shop you walk into, you'll probably be hearing a Muzak version of Last Christmas everywhere you go. But that was a different song from Wham, but still just as Christmassy, came out around Christmas, so you know what, I'm going to claim it. We're going to be moving on to the Flaming Lips in just a moment, but I wanted to point out we've got a fascinating fact to be sharing with you as well as something else I was going to say. Oh yes, remembering retro. Why do I always forget? Here is Christmas at the Zoo.
I thought I'd free
Christmas at the Zoo from the Flaming Lips. I believe it's also featuring Peter. Yeah, it's featuring Peter, whose last name I can't pronounce. Welcome, Jelly. It is a pleasure to see your name in chat. Thank you very much for joining us, and happy Christmas or Merry Christmas or whatever you are celebrating. We've been playing Feliz Navidad earlier on. We also played Whatever You Celebrate from The Big Real Fish. So yeah, whatever it is, I hope you have an excellent holiday season. That's the premise of what's happening behind today's show. But also, it is an anniversary show, so it happens to coincide with something else. So this is episode 52. So 52 weeks of shows from online from me. So it's just under a year or over, one or the other. That's what we're celebrating, that anniversary as well. What have we got in store? Well, I've got another song that would be not acceptable for radio play. It is too naughty for noise radio, so stay tuned for that. It will be from Steel Panther in just a moment. But I've got a fascinating fact, if I do say so myself. So let me tell you all about candles. So I do have I will be tweeting this out for you to find out about it or share it with your loved ones. But it says fascinating fact. So each candle's flame contains millions of tiny diamond particles. Within the flame is contained millions of tiny diamond particles. But these are not the type of diamonds that are anyone's best friend. Male, female, or anything in between or beyond. I would tell you that it's the kind of diamonds you leave in the flame. So, it's a fascinating fact. Believe it or not, it will be tweeted out as well. I'm that convinced of it that we are going to be staking my reputation about it and tweeting it out into the great wide world to be ridiculed or not, one way or the other. But yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Realise we have some embers to thank you for. Bless your heart. Let's jump over to the live page and let's press the button and show our respect. We're moving on to Steel Panther and the Stocking Song. As I say, this has a little bit of naughtiness in it. Bless your hearts. Thank you so much for getting involved. It means the world to me. Having your name in chat is the real gift, but it really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Here is the Stocking Song.
So you say you like candy canes, all the ladies do. Candy canes were meant for sucking, so don't you think about trying to chew. How about a little eggnog? I got a homemade recipe. You're gonna get love drunk on my eggnog, even though it's alcohol free. Yeah, I'm gonna stuff your stocking this year. Gonna fill it up nice and tight. Gonna feel so good when I slide my gifts into it tonight. I'm gonna stuff your stocking this year. Gonna fill it up with all I got. Knickknacks and candies gonna hit your stocking G-spot. I know you like your toys, girl. I got toys to fulfill your needs. The kind that only use double D batteries, run at variable speeds. Gonna stuff her with an iPhone. All I ask is some tit for tat. If you can memorize a Kama Sutra, heck, they probably make an app for that. Baby, I'm gonna stuff your stocking this year. Gonna fill it to the tippy top. Gonna take it all out, then stuff it back in. Then take it all out and stuff it back in. Oh, you're never gonna want me to stop. I'm gonna stuff your stocking this year with holiday love and romance. Just hope that Santa doesn't stuff it before I get the chance.
Camera. I was meant to appear when the drum went, but it didn't quite time it perfectly. Yes, that is quite a strange Christmas song. It is called The Stocking Song. You can fill it to the tippy top. God, that just makes me laugh. It's a brilliant track. A very strange band. They are called Steel Panther, and they are very risque indeed. Although the kind of band that I would play on the radio. I would like to get into a little bit of trouble, just a little bit of trouble on the radio from time to time, so that they knew that I was still there. So anyway, that was another Christmas song. We've got a Tom, I always mispronounce his last name, Lethra, song coming up in just a moment. It is a Christmas carol where he'll be telling you a little bit of a story. After that, we will be pointing out the Remembering Retro for this week. So the Remembering Retro, as ever, inspires the game that starts off tomorrow's stream. So on Thursday Throwback, we play a game for the first hour, and it will be the game we'll talk to you about after we've heard this song entitled A Christmas Carol.
One very familiar type of song is the Christmas Carol, although it is perhaps a bit out of season at this time. However, I am informed by my disc jockey friends, of whom I have none, that in order to get a song popular by Christmas time, you have to start plugging it well in advance, so here goes. It's always seemed to me, after all, that Christmas, with its spirit of giving, offers us all a wonderful opportunity each year to reflect on what we all most sincerely and deeply believe in. I refer, of course, to money. And yet none of the Christmas carols that you hear on the radio or in the street even attempts to capture the true spirit of Christmas as we celebrate it in the United States. That is to say, the commercial spirit. So I should like to offer the following Christmas carol for next year as being perhaps a bit more appropriate. Christmas time is here, by golly, disapproval would be folly. Deck the halls with hunks of holly, fill a cup and don't say when. Kill the turkeys, ducks, and chickens, mix the punch, drag out the dickens. Even though the prospect sickens, brother, here we go again. On Christmas Day you can't get sore, your fellow man you must adore. There's time to rob him all the more, the other 360 of war. Relations sparing no expense'll send some useless old utensil, or a matching pen and pencil, just the thing I need. How nice. It doesn't matter how sincere it is, nor how heartfelt the spirit. Sentiment will not endear it, what's important is the price. Hark the Herald Tribune sings, advertising wondrous things. God rest ye merry merchants, may ye make the Yuletide pay. Angels we have heard on high tell us to go out and buy. So let the raucous sleigh bells jingle, hail our dear old friend Kris Kringle, driving his reindeer across the sky. Don't stand underneath when they fly by.
It's a very strange kind of song that I would normally play, but you know what? I don't really have a normal set of songs. I'm the kind of guy who plays those weird songs that you just don't hear anywhere else. So if you're not currently enjoying the song, stay tuned. In two songs' time, you may play the song that will be your favourite song ever. Alright, that was Tom Lethra. I'm never sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Tom. I bet you it's short for something as well, like Thomas or something. Anyway, I'll get it right one day. A Christmas Carol is the name of that song if you want to seek that one out. We've got a game to talk to you about. This is Remembering Retro for this week, and we are going way back to 1980. The game type we're talking about is Amazing. Well, it's a maze game, actually. Original console, it was available on everything, pretty much, because everything pretty much didn't exist. So whatever, they had to build the console itself. So there was a version of this machine in pubs. So it was an arcade machine originally. We want to go back that far. It also wasn't originally called Pac-Man at all. He was called Puck-Man. Puck-Man was a little bit easier to change graffiti on the actual machine, so it said something rude. which is why they changed the name. So the very first ones, if you ever find a machine that has Puckman written on it, then that is a really old one and a really rare machine. You should snap it up. Don't tell them what it's worth, but you should snap it up. Anyway, this is a 4.5 rated game for Pac-Man. Pac-Man spawned many different versions and also encouraged other games to steal their premise, as many maze games has been invented since then. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, there was many within their own genre as well. There was also platform games that came out from that too, starring Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man as well. They both had their own platform games too. But let's stick with the one game we're talking about. So this is the excellent Pac-Man, and it is going to be included in tomorrow's stream for the first hour. It has reached the Guinness World Records Award for Pac-Man's Series 8 record in 2008, including most successful coin-operated game. That's what they went in there. Most successful coin-operated game. So that is an excellent record to have. I'll be trying to knock them off the top spot, but I don't imagine I will be. Pac-Man must avoid being touched by the 4 ghosts, and they are Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. I don't know why I read them. I don't know why I read it, because as a matter of fact, I've got them tattooed up there. I've got a couple of Pac-Man tattoos up on my arm. So this game means that much to me. It is a lovely game. If you've never played it before and you want to see what I'm talking about, well then stay tuned, because whilst we're playing That You, Santa Claus from Louis Armstrong, the astronaut. No, I'm thinking of someone else. The trumpeter, Satchmo. Louis Armstrong will be playing That You, Santa Claus, and I'm saying Zat because that's spelt with a Z, not a Z. So that's what we'll be playing in just a moment. The trailer for Pac-Man is so short that I've actually slowed it down, and it still comes in under 30 seconds. So that will all be happening at the same time. Blink, and ye might miss it.
Is that you, Santa Claus? Gifts I'm preparing for some Christmas sharing, but I pause because hang in my stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus? Sure is dark out, ain't the slightest spark out upon my clacking jaw. Who's there? Who is it? Stopping for a visit? Is that you, Santa Claus? Are you bringing a present for me? Something pleasantly pleasant for me. That is just what I've been waiting for. Would you mind slipping it under the door? Cold winds are howling, or could that be growling? My legs feel like straws. Yeah, my, oh me, my. Kindly will you reply? Is that you, Santa Claus? Yes, hanging the stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus? You stopping for a visit? Is that you, Santa Claus? Oh, there, Santa, you gave me a scare. Now stop teasing, 'cause I know you're there. We don't believe in no goblins today, but I can't explain why I'm shaking that way. Then I can see old Santa in the keyhole. I'll get to the car.
You've inspired me to jump in. I just couldn't help but think to myself, a Pac-Man that sat on your lap, it probably would, in comparison to games nowadays, weigh a ton. What, this heavy thing? You're meant to call this portable? Anyway, this is Louis Armstrong with That You, Santa Claus.
That's him, all right.
I had, what was it? Stop and Play and Go. That's what it was. Play and Go. I had a Play and Go version of Donkey Kong, the one where Mario is going up the steps. That's the one that I. And I also had the ones that you could view through, so the light would be providing. Remember those ones? Okay, well maybe I'm going a little bit back before some people's days. What are we going to do? We've got the Bare Naked Ladies as our next artist, and that will be another Christmas song from them. They have an excellent Christmas album, and it has previously, in previous Christmases, before I was streaming, been the album in focus for the Christmas week. Just not this week. That honour went to the great artists of Motown. We shall return to that album on Friday's show. So we've been talking to you about Pac-Man, or Puckman, as it used to be. He used to be known as. We've seen the trailer just a moment ago, or the advert a moment ago. We'll be playing that game on tomorrow's stream, so you'll have to tune in to find out more about it then if you've never heard it before. And I think it had D batteries. It was so heavy. Exactly. There was a great scene in a Spike Lee movie. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll bet you I remember it as soon as I hit play on this song. Anyway, where someone's asking for, I think it's 12 D batteries or something like that. It's an excellent scene. Anyway, Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing. It's from Do the Right Thing. Anyway, if you've ever seen that, it's a great scene about D batteries. And also they referenced D batteries in the song from Steel Panther earlier on. Right, here is Christmas Pics from Bare Naked Ladies.
Turkey is done, reviews are mixed. When's mom gonna get that hearing aid fixed? Hold still and wait for the click. You're in this year's Christmas pics. Brother, we don't agree about the government and where to put the tree. Hold still, wait for the click. We're in this year's Christmas pics. Flashbulbs and wine, and hold that smile. Everyone's here, flown for miles. Looks like we stood the test and we're looking our best. Tears rolling down my nephew's face. Santa's house can be a scary place. Hold still, wait for it. Hold still, wait for the click. We're in this year's Christmas, this year's Christmas, this year's Christmas pics.
Bare Naked Ladies with Christmas Pics. I wanted it to stop spinning so I could tell you. Push the button. It is Bare Naked for the Holidays. That's the name of the album. I was 89% sure. I just had to make sure I cleared that last 11% before I told you something that wasn't correct. But that is a great song, great album. We've had that as an album in focus for Christmas before. I think I said that earlier on, but I'm not 100% sure, as I want to run through the things that we should have had done by this point in the show. So, we should have told you the fascinating fact. Check. We told you about candles and diamonds and things like that. We wanted to tell you about the 4 brand new games, and we have done so for that as well. They are all available on the Twitter feed if you want to find out more information about those. So I will be procking the tweet, and I'll be procking a couple of other things in chat as well if you want to find your way to some of the things I'm about to tell you about. So that will be the way to find your. That will be the way to go to find your way to the Twitter feed. But that is the new music that is available over there. The fascinating fact is already available over there, as well as the games that we were talking about earlier. Bear with me just a second. One moment. Sorry, I do apologise. Something to sort out in studio. So, what else have we been up to? Well, we've heard the brand new music on today's show, and they are also available on the Twitter feeds. If you want to find more information about them, then please feel free to do so. I'm sure they would be chuffed if you gave them a like or followed them along as well. The Fascinating Fact is up there as well as other stuff. I'm trying to remember, and I'm not very well. We've already had the charts of yesteryear and things like that. So these are some of the features you will expect to find on a Wednesday show normally. It has also been an anniversary edition, so this is a year's worth of shows under the belt now, also under the title of Online. So, thank you so much for being here with me. We've got 2 more songs before I make my way out of the studio, and one of them is from Jimmy Ruffin, and that is because we are playing Motown is the album in focus, or what is behind the album in focus. And we are playing Northern Soul and Motown kind of vibe, inspired by the album in focus. Here is Farewell. Farewell is a lovely sound. Second to last song. Got Tom Waits coming up in just a moment.
Must leave while you can. And a tear appears in her eye as she tightly holds your hand. And you let her know that it's time to go. You must leave while you can. Oh, but farewell is a lonely sound when told to someone you love. As you wonder why you must leave the one that you love. I'm leaving you, darling, but I'll be back one day. Oh, every silent step you take, each one hurts your heart. As you board the train, you feel the pain that starts as you depart. Yeah, you wipe your eyes so she can't see, 'cause a man should never cry. Now there's just a trace of a crying face as you wave to her goodbye. That's why farewell is a lonely sound when told to someone you love. You know you hurt inside, and you wonder why you must leave the one that you love. I don't want to leave you, babe. I don't want to say goodbye. No, baby. 'Cause it hurts inside, and I wonder why I gotta leave the one that I love. Sound when told to someone you love. You know you hurt inside, and you wonder why you must leave the one that you love. Baby, baby. So here we are. That was Jimmy Ruffin with Farewell is a lovely sound. But we are bidding you a farewell. We would ask that you stay with us as we will seek someone to host. We're also trying to work forward on that as well, as I'm trying to get my auto hosts up and running, and they will be up and running very soon, hopefully. It does mean that I have my own stream team, which is also connected to the same title as my second Discord. Not the Discord for the channel, but a Discord for all people. For peoples who are streamers and non-streamers alike, and everything in between
those two extremes. So, what have we got in store? Well, you'll have to join me again tomorrow for the next live show, which will be live at 5 GMT. Also, you can join me on Friday for the next music show store on this channel, which will also be live at 5 on Friday. That is the bridge. We tried to bridge the gap between the working week and the wonders of the weekend. But on tomorrow's show, we'll be playing a game. So we'll be starting off with Pac-Man, and then we'll be moving on to other things too, other wonders to add. There is a platformer Informer to look forward to, as well as other bits. The last song we're going to finish off with is a song from Tom Waits. Excuse me. The last song we're going to finish off with is a song from Tom Waits, and it is entitled A Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis. Nice and short and sweet title, but here is it's a good 4 minutes long, and it's a good, interesting story. The point I'm trying to make with this, not on the uplifting Friday show, but on this Wednesday show, is that we must remember all peoples at Christmas time, or at this festive time, because you must remember that it's everybody's Christmas time now, not just family and friends. That's what I'm trying to say. My mind is on those other people less fortunate at this point of. Here is Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis from Tom Waits to finish off today's show. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me. Stay with me. I'll tell you about who we're hosting in just a moment.
Charlie, I'm pregnant, living on 9th Street, right above a dirty bookstore off Euclid Avenue. I stopped taking dope, I quit drinking whiskey. My old man plays the trombone, works out at the track. He says that he loves me, even though it's not his baby. He says that he raised him up like he was his own son. He gave me a ring that was worn by his mother. It takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Hey Charlie, I think about you every time I pass the filling station. On account of all the grease you used to wear in your hair. Still have that record, Little Anthony and the Imperials. But someone stole my record player.
I'm just jumping in, totally with you. Excellent song, but it's on the set list for Friday. A little bit more uplifting. Excellent track from him as well. You're spot on.
Mario got busted. Went back to Omaha to live with my folks. Everyone I used to know was either dead or in prison. So I came back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. Charlie, I think I'm happy for the first time since my accident. I wish I had all the money we
we used to spend on dope. And here we go. Buy me a used car lot. I wouldn't sell any of them. Just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel.
You're very kind. You know what? That would be a job that I could do easily. Probably in my sleep, making the music for shops. That would be brilliant. There was another... my ex-girlfriend had shared her birthday with Jesus as well. So I just thought I'd mention that. My ex-girlfriend, she also had her birthday on Christmas. And I made sure that I made the Christmas Day special for 2 different reasons. That's one of the things I remember doing. Weebor, bless your heart. It is a pleasure to see your name in chat. I've been looking to catch up with you, sir. You may have noticed that mods have been removed from everybody. We are just currently finishing. And bless your heart for the sparks. Thank you so much. It isn't personal. What I'm doing is I'm moving into phase 2. Phase 2 of my stream, meaning I've just finished a year. This is episode 52 of online, and we're moving into something different. So I'm going to be trying to build up my own Discord and my own stream team. So if you still have a slot available for a mixer stream team, then I would love to invite you to join my mixer stream team, and that is Stream Powered Inc. And the way I'll be doing it is my hosts will be hosting only the people who are part of that team. That's going to be my auto host, at least anyway. We'll be hosting other people as well from choice. And with that as a factor, I wanted to point out that now we're going to roll the credits and jump over and see how Roman and Vitek and Leo the Lion are all getting along on GTA V. Whatever your plans are for the rest of this evening, take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Bless your hearts from the bottom of mine. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back again tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves, and as ever, as I always like to say, do be lucky. Let me answer you, sir. That is exactly what it is I'm setting up. I'm trying to set up the Smart Host app as for my auto hosting, so in particular. And I was going to set it so it was the team one, but I also have been working on something else. So there will be a stream team connected to that as well. So there's other bits and bobs coming, but yes, it's the auto host smart app one that I'm using. And as I don't have the pro version, I have to choose between friends or a team in particular. I can add other teams in there too, but that's where I'm working towards. It is a pleasure to see your name in chat. We'll have to catch up either tomorrow or on the Discord, my friend. But bless your heart, thank you so much. I'm just shattered. I'm gonna have to jump out now, and I'll catch up with you